That was they were saying starting with 2013 when they invaded Crimea and took it, all 2 million people with them. So that's what they constantly say. Then Putin in a year told, yeah, but we actually had to come to Crimea and take it. I believe in some years they will also recognize that they were in east of Ukraine and so on and so forth.
So you don't believe him?
No. Short answer, no.
What do you think Vladimir Putin wants?
I believe he wants to reunite Soviet Union. This is, by the way, the 100th anniversary year of 100th anniversary of formal creation of Soviet Union. This is something he keeps in mind. Remember his speech in the Munich conference when he mentioned that this is the biggest geopolitical catastrophe of 20th century, I mean the collapse of Soviet Union. He obviously is looking for the ways to regain the greatness. He did it with Belarus, now he has Kazakhstan on board back, and the last big piece on the table, the biggest one, biggest chunk, is Ukraine.
How real do you think the threat is of a Russian invasion this year?
It is real. I don't know the percentages. Somebody will say that there is always a 50-50, either they invite or not. But that's rather a joke than a real assessment. Also think that nobody can have access to his head, understands what the aging leader is thinking of, how many years he have to accomplish whatever he have. If he is crazy enough to invade their former brothers and sisters, 40 million big nation, that's he might do.
What will happen if Russia does invade your country?
Ukrainians will be killed in masses, and we will try to take to another world as many Russians as we can.
So it will be a long, protracted, ugly battle in your view?
We already lost 13,000 plus people. So if they come with all the power, so the losses will be enormous. We have 1.5 million people being displaced. Somebody you can call immigrants, but we managed to adopt them in our society back, find new homes, new jobs. The immigration crisis is also underway if the 40 million nations will be threatened with the full military force.
If Russia invades, what kind of support do you expect to get from the West?
Frankly, everything. People would seriously ask, so you can't expect that the NATO would come to fight for you. No, at this particular moment, I would ask for anything. I would ask for the assistance in the economy to let Ukrainians survive this. I would ask for the military support, which is not coming very easily. And there are just a very limited number of nations who can actually provide Ukraine with weapons, not just because we need weapons, but it's also a sign of political support. But at the end of the day, I would seriously ask people to consider helping us militarily.
Do you mean troops or do you mean weapons?
Troops included. So, I mean, seriously, what would happen if they come? That's what we're discussing, right? The rockets, the planes, the tanks, and people will start killing in tens of thousands. What would the West do? Why it's not reasonable and justified to ask somebody to help us to survive this?